Hi, Doug Stworski for the U.S. Access Institute, LLC. Today we look at one specific element in our lesson series called Accessibility by the Element. That's where we take a quick look at the accessibility requirements and one specific element. We also do a comparison of the different ADA and state access codes and standards. We try to cover it from coast to coast. Remember, our goal is eliminating the confusion and access compliance. So check us out at www.usaccessinstitute.com. And here we go. First, we start with the periodic chart of accessible elements. It's not a real chart in the access standard sense of things, but hey, we want to make access fun. Next, we'll drill down to section 404, and that covers doors, doorways, and gates. And from there, we'll look specifically in this lesson at door hardware height requirements above the finished floor or ground. So what is the required hardware height across the U.S.? Starting with the 2010 American with Disabilities standards, we see the hardware height is required to be 34 to 48 inches above the finished floor or ground. The 2012 Texas Accessibility Standards also requires 34 to 48 inches above finished floor. The ICC A117.1, the 2017 standard, also requires the same 34 to 48 inches. So does the 2020 Florida Building Code on Accessibility and the 2020 Building Code of New York State. The 2022 California Building Code, Chapter 10 on means of egress, also requires 34 to 48 inches above finished floor. But then things change. Chapter 11A covers housing accessibility in the California Building Code, and the requirement is lowered to 30 to 44 inches above finished floor. And Chapter 11B covers accessibility to public buildings, public accommodations, commercial buildings, and public housing. Here, the requirement goes from 34 to 44 inches above finished floor. Are you confused yet? So we have three different range of measurements depending on where you are in the U.S. But if you happen to work from coast to coast, you don't have to remember all these ranges. You only need to remember one range, and that one is 34 to 44 inches above finished floor, because it falls completely within all the ranges specified, and you will be in compliance wherever you are. Remember, here at the U.S. Access Institute, LLC, our goal is eliminating the confusion in access compliance.